I have been directed by teachers of this country through the National Executive Council to withdraw the strike notice.
Yes.
And I want to repeat, the NEC has therefore today, the 25th of August 2024, agreed to withdraw the strike notice action, which was elapsing by midnight today, 24th, and which have commenced, and we have commenced addressing the remaining matters which should be addressed administratively. Meanwhile, we assure our members that the union is committed to resolve the matters herewith, failure to which we shall revert to the initial position, since the strike notice has only been withdrawn. In light of the latest developments, we direct our teachers to resume duty effective Monday, tomorrow, the 26th of August 2024. We call upon our esteemed members to remain steadfast as we resolve the matters that are remaining at hand.
We want to condemn and ask our brothers in NAT and KUPPET to come to the public and explain what transpired between the boardroom where the prayers were conducted and we were to go and address the press. KUSNET is not subordinate to any union. We cannot be changed our mind at the doorsteps of going to address the press. The Employer Teacher Service Commission gave an assurity that teachers are going to be paid with the arrears backdated to 1st July 2024. So all what they are pushing through the social media and any platform, let them continue. If they are not able to seduce a woman, I will give him my advisory. I will even pay for them to be educated on labor matter. I have been in the labor matter longer than you or you. Okuta left me. So Sion went. You will also go and leave KUSNET alone. All the gains we have brought to the special education teachers in this country. Where have they been for all that time? I'll keep closer to the employer as long as my members are benefiting for it. Let them keep off and keep off completely from the affairs of Kenya Union of Special Needs Education.
On Monday, 26th, this month, nobody should step in schools. As teachers, we are demanding for our own rights. We want to be paid. Police officers never asked for the money, and they were given. Other people in this country have been given the money, and they have never asked for it. Teachers were getting peanuts. We are in isolation. And today we are saying, parents, do not allow your children to go to school on Monday because the strike is in force from on that day.
The teaching is no longer a calling. If it is a calling, then we are saying, as Nakuru teachers, we were not called. KUPPET power. It is a missed call. As Nakuru teachers, you were not called. It is a missed call. KUPPET power. Monday tuonane kwa streets. Members of the 4th Estate, good afternoon. My name is Ann Langat. I'm the Secretary Secondary of KUPPET Nakuru County. I'm speaking on behalf of Nakuru teachers, and I want to say this. There's an issue called the TPD. TPD, we are saying as teachers, we went to the universities, We were given the certificate, and that means we are qualified teachers. So we don't understand what is this TPD thing. So we are telling the government we are not ready for that TPD. If you wanted us to do the TPD, you could have introduced in the university as one of the units. So we are telling the government, as Nakuru teachers, we are not ready for that TPD. And if you really insist, we are telling you, if you want to bring the TPD, let it be like the SMASI way. We have done SMASI, the science teachers, they know. Let it be like the SMASI way. We go to those schools, and the government is the one that sponsors. Teachers have no money. We don't have the 6,000 to pay for the TPD. So, serikali, mujipange. Nakuru teachers, we are saying no TPD. Yes. Asante. I want to also again echo this and say that Teachers Monday, 26th of August 2026, come out in large numbers. Tokezeni twende to March. We are saying no CBA, no school on Monday. The teaching is no longer a calling. If it is a calling, then we are saying, as Nakuru teachers, we were not called. Kupet power. It is a missed call. As Nakuru teachers, we were not called. It is a missed call. Kupet power. Monday tuonane kwa streets. TPD means teacher professional development. Na ndio tumesema kama Nakuru teachers, we are not doing that TPD. We don't have the money. And the government should not tell us there is no money in this country. Just the other day, they have increased the salary for the police officers to 40%. Where is the money coming to? Where is the money coming from? The state officers, they have gotten the increment. So teachers tumechoka. Punda amechoka. We want the money. Kupet power.
And as I continue, every decision you make in your life, if you are stupid and a man tells you the usual stories that he can't sleep when he's thinking about you, then you must be extremely stupid to consider opening. I'm telling you, these are things which you should take control of your body. I'm talking to the female.
There is bursary fund given from the taxpayers' money, given to the governor, given to the women rep, given to the MP through CDF, given to the MCA. Now, all those bursaries, how are they disbursed? Why wouldn't you put them in education and make education free for all?
Yes. How many teachers can afford to pay 60,000 shillings for a child who's going to university? They are not there. How many government officers who are earning a salary of 50,000 or 100 can take their child? Just hold on. How do you take this child and enable him, who's doing medicine, and the parent or the father is a primary school teacher? Where is this child going to get 1.5 million shillings?
All right, let me just give an example here. The Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery at Moi University costs 612,000 shillings a year.
Yes.
You study for 6 years. If you're in band 1, meaning that your family earns less than 6,000 shillings, the government will sponsor 428,000, which is 70%. HELB will give a loan of 153,000 shillings, which is 25%. And the family will contribute 30,000 shillings, 30,600 shillings every year, which is 5%. For band 2, a person earning up to 23,000, the government will pay 367,000, and the family will pay 61,000 shillings a year. For a family earning up to 70,000 shillings of income, the government pays 306,000, which is about 50%, and the family pays 122,400 shillings a year. Of course, they also receive a loan of 1.1 million shillings by the end of 6 years. Band 5, for persons earning more than 120,000 shillings, the government pays 183,000, which is 30%. There's a loan of 30%, again 183,000, and the family pays 244,000 because that family has an income of more than 120,000, and the loan is 1.1 million. They may have an upkeep of 40,000 shillings every year. So in total, at the end of the time, they'll finish university with a loan of 1.34 million shillings just because their family was earning more than 120,000 shillings.
And when the parents were taking these children to school, like you have cases in Kisii, the family sold the land which they were having to make sure that this child finishes up to Form 4. Right. Now you are telling them to raise that another amount of money which they can't afford.
Senator, your thoughts about Article 27 and this model?
I think someone will rush to court and really declare this and seek for the court to declare this model unconstitutional. Because Article 27, especially Section 4, talks about the state not discriminating anyone. And in this case, when you now see a class system being developed, that equates to discrimination. So I think we have to look at, and I think the policy makers at the Ministry of Education and also in the government should really be looking holistically, on the consequences and unintended consequences of their actions. Because the best model is for us to be able to provide budget. It's capitation, for universities. That is the best model. Number two, Sam, I do not agree with you that we're a poor nation. We're a very rich nation. We just mismanage our funds. Did I say we're poor? No, you say we've got debt, we've got all this other thing. How much really is that debt? How much really is that debt? Are we honest enough to say this is how much it costs to build the SGR? Because when you listen to other people talking, you start questioning things. Right. And say, are we just mounting a lot of debt on ourselves to benefit a few individuals? And I dare say yes. So I think what we need to do now is to look at our entire financing model. We are all talking about, in fact, this year, the UN Summit for the Futures, one of the other issues that people are going to be talking about, and I know President Kipchirchir is going to be discussing, is the issue... Yeah, but his name is Kipchirchir, Arab Ruto. So he will be focusing on trying to talk about the financing model, of loans by the IMF. But I think the key, most important thing is to look at the future and ask ourselves very specific questions that I was asking. Are the policies we are coming up with, are they discriminatory? And I dare say they are. So we need to relook at this because, Sam, you're giving figures here and saying that for a family earning 23,000, the government will pay how much again?
For a medical student, the government will pay 367,000.
And the cost is 612,000.
Yes.
Now, that 23,000, can we try and calculate it? That is the gross income, okay, of the family. How much is transportation? How much is rent? How much is food? How much is clothing? Really? So the key, most important thing is that we must come up with new ways of funding universities education in this country. We must be creative. Universities must now start, they must come up with new models.
Right.
They have to either figure out and say, Sam Gituku is a journalist at Citizen and is a very intelligent guy. I want to develop a special course that Citizen will pay for him to come and do what? And undertake that course. So when they charge that cost, a certain amount of money to Citizen TV, that money is put into a fund to fund needy students. Universities around the world, Harvard, we've got young Kenyans here who go to Harvard for a 6-week training, and they pay millions of Kenyan shillings to be able to attend. That money is put aside by Harvard, the Kennedy School of Government or anything, to be able to have more money to fund their activities. Right. So we just need to be a bit creative. Let's think outside the box. Right. But this new system that is being developed, I dare say, someone will rush to court and consider it unconstitutional.
All right. And also to make a transition.
I have something, just a short comment.
I think in the bottom line, this is what Kenyan people are supposed to understand. And not even Kenyan people, just everybody is supposed, in the whole world. This is what you're supposed to understand. Kenyans were too lazy to get the point that education is bought. You buy education. If you want to go to university, is up to you. Kwani ukisucceed unakuja kusaidia serikali. Actually, ukisha soma na umesoma na help na government loans and all those, wapi kazi ya kukuajiri ndio ulipe hiyo deni? Because you have to pay the debt. You owe the government. This is what you need to know. It is not a free fund. Like to a pet to. No. There is a system. The money must still go back to the government. You see, government is the custodian of resources, of the people, of everything that is in the country. They control the affairs of a nation. You need to understand that. So whoever that is going to talk whatever they're talking about, when you talk about education, you buy education. You buy. So if you don't have money, you stay home, start hustling. Choma makaa, bro, sister, choma makaa, fanya kazi ya mtaro, you know, and that's idea, you know, matajiri kuweka mizigo ku offload and unloading. Yeah, if you got to take the part-time classes, you go take the part-time classes. You got to know this. No one is going to help you study for free. No one is going to give you free money. No free money. No free lunch. Nothing is free. You got to understand that. Yeah. So kika hivyo nafikiria, gava tusaidie. You know, we are still, you know, behaving and thinking like small children. You see. Yani education yote umesoma mpaka you have not contemplated even one thing to know that you know you need to get money to pay for your school fees. You see, and that is why even the US and other developed countries are trying to regulate birth rates, because kuna watu wengine wanazaa tu and they have no plans for their children, and now they want the government to take care of their children. Bro, sister, parents, please wake up. The government is using you and is lying on you. Na wewe uko hapo unaitikia, sasa juu umesikia Senator Onyonka amesema ama Ledama na wengine na Ruto anasema tumetenga bilioni fulani 40 billion for university studies. What about the class 1 student, 2, 3, class 8? You see, listen, what you need to know is education is bought. You buy education. And that's why wanasema education inanga miaka. Hainaga miaka, sasa ukifika 30 years you should not go to school. People, Ruto studied juzi 2017 alikuwa na graduate in economics. Degree in economics. Juzi tu hapa. Alinunua education. Kwa hapo na ngoja waacha tusaidiwe. Hakuna mtu, no one, Kenyans, no one is coming for your help. Kama unazaa consciously, takutiana mimba hapa kisha uwezi support mtoto wako. Unazaa watoto 2, 3, 4, 5, alafu unasema serikali saidia. When you had an affair with that man, with that woman, kwani hamkuwa mnajua mtoto anakuja? And this kid need future. Na uko hapo uko busy. Nowadays parents are busy, are not even able to have a good relationship with the children. Alafu unasema serikali saidia watoto wetu wasikunywe pombe. Bullshit. Endelea kulala tu.